Look Left, Look Right is a verbatim and site-specific theatre company that's based in the east of England. We create work that uses unconventional spaces combined with new writing. Sometimes that writing is verbatim, work that is taken from interviews and turned into scripts, and sometimes it's working with new writers to develop a script that works and plays into the strengths of a particular space. We were founded in 2005. We've worked with all sorts of different partners and collaborated on all sorts of different projects. They range from academics to more traditional theatre venues like the Royal Court, the Roundhouse and the Lowry in Manchester.
Hello. What's going to happen now is standard check-in procedure for your journey. There may or may not be a chance for questions at the end, so if you are able to assist me in being as cooperative and non-obstructive as possible, I'd be most grateful. My name's Cecile.
We're really interested in telling contemporary stories about the contemporary world. So often when we're working with new writers, it's because we want to tell a story that is happening right now, right here. And sometimes that's a UK-based story, and other times that's a global story. It may also be about trying to engage in a space in an interesting way, and we also want, that space to reflect the modern context or the way that we currently now are responding to culture.
Maybe you want to try some nice Lebanese food? You like kebab? A beautiful hummus. Come on here.
What You Want Said Yes is a one-on-one show. It's an audience of one, weaves their way through the streets and meeting a number of characters along the way. Each character poses, I suppose, a question or a choice. They're either going through some dilemma themselves or they're simply telling a story about themselves. But inevitably the audience member has to do something or say something that will influence the character and allow their journey to continue and go on to the next one. And I suppose what we were interested in when we started creating the show was the idea that the audience is responsible for the continuation of the show and their own journey.
My dear, I am so sad you are leaving me by myself, but I am equally, if not more happy, you are about to embark on this exciting and adventurous trip. I am so proud of you for wanting to do it. I am so honoured to call you my friend / partner / brother / sister / cousin / etc. You are an inspiration to me. You heard about the opportunity to learn more about yourself, about your decisions, about your life, and when you were asked if you wanted to do it, you said yes. Because you did, you're now on your way to wonderful adventures.
We talked a lot in making the show about how we live in a society where it's so easy to sort of not engage with people. We live through phones, we live through social media, we live through televisions. It's very easy to not have to interact and to walk past a stranger, and I suppose we wanted to challenge that.
So anyway, it's so nice to sit down because believe me, my feet, they are killing me. Oh, and you know what? I have ugly feet. Bunions on them the size of footballs, You have nice feet? You like your feet? You're very lucky. Believe me, my husband, he hates my feet so much, he can hardly look at them.
We often work in unconventional theatre spaces, and that's an active choice by the company in that we are looking at ways of making theatre that fits slightly outside the traditional realms of what maybe traditional audience members would expect, but something that still creates a very resonant experience. And what we'll often look for is a space that fits our narrative or a narrative that fits the space.
As part of the process, we looked at the spaces that we're going to use in the show, and from that, the characters and the stories sort of grew from those spaces. And they're not always the sort of characters that you expect from those spaces. They're often quite surprising, which is something that we love playing with, so that we would lead an audience down one way, thinking, them thinking that they might meet a particular character, but actually who they meet is a complete contrast to that, and very, very surprising.
Oh my God, you're here. It's just, you're a few minutes late, and I thought that you'd stood me up, but you wouldn't do that to me, would you? No. So, did you bring it?
The great things about this show is that it can be lifted and put into any community. We've done it in a number of cities now, and we are able to work with local artists, local performers, local businesses, local theatres, and having that collaboration is really exciting because it offers a whole new kind of smorgasbord stuff for us to play with and write around.